Josiah Henson, born a black slave, had just learned that he was about to be sold to another slave owner in the deep South. Many of those states were known for their cruelty to slaves, but even worse was the fact that he was going to be separated from his family. On the day of September 1830, Henson would make perhaps the most important decision of his life, to become one of the thousands of runaway slaves to board the Underground Railroad to freedom. There were many consequences following this decision to consider as well. Going through the Underground Railroad was as dangerous as trying to run through a military practice zone. Some recaptured slaves had their hands and toes cut off to prevent them from running away again. Others were abused so badly that they lost all desire to run away. But Henson was determined to find freedom for his wife and kids, just like Harriet Tubman, who also had the yearn for freedom. All they needed now was a plan. Most runaway slaves didn't have the luxury to plan out their escape. It was a split-second decision. Henson set their escape date to the coming Saturday to get a head start on the slave catchers. For 2 weeks, the family of 5 traveled by night and hid by day, with fear in their hearts of slave catchers and bounty hunters. Henson describes his reluctance to run away as, "It seemed like outright stealing," page 96 of To Be a Slave. The howling of wolves, limited food, and weariness made the journey unimaginably hard. Henson and his family met a group of Native Americans that gave them food and shelter for one night. The next morning, they were taken to Ohio and on board a ship whose captain was a white abolitionist bound for Buffalo, New York. Once there, they were put on a ferry, and on October 28, 1830, they reached Canada and freedom. Freedom had ever been an object of my ambition, though no other means of obtaining it had occurred to me but purchasing myself. Page 96 of To Be a Slave.